Alright, so the first chord we learned was G. So with G, you start with your pinky and you put it on 3rd fret of the high E string, and then you put your ring finger 3rd fret of the B string, cross all the way down with your middle finger to the low E 3rd fret, and then with your pointer finger you just go to 2nd fret on the A string, and you get a nice full sound. Remember to make sure you pick every note to find out where you're muting and where you're going wrong, and then start strumming it. And don't continue on until you figure out where you're going wrong, until you get that nice, crisp, clear sounding chord. So again, this is the G. So we're going to go up to D, which is middle finger, 2nd fret on the high E. 1st finger goes to the 2nd fret on the G string, and then your 3rd finger goes on the 3rd fret of the B string. And then you strum the bottom 4 notes. We have the C note, C chord, which is 1st fret on the B string with your 1st finger, and then your 2nd finger goes all the way down to D string on the 2nd fret, and then 3rd finger on the A string. So you go. Notice my thumb when I'm doing these. I'm not up in the air. A lot of students tend to go way up in the air, or they're cocked to the side like this. I'm usually either resting it right behind, or sometimes I'll slop it over a little bit. Whatever's comfortable for me, but it's really a terrible habit to have somebody do this or this. This, especially when you're beginning, is going to just cramp up your hand. Next chord is the A minor, which we 1st fret on the B string, 1st finger. Then your ring finger goes right on the G string, 2nd fret, and then your middle finger goes on the 2nd fret on the D string. And you strum the lower 5. Because the 1st note is A, and that'll be open. Just like on the D string, you do the lower 3, or the lower 4, excuse me, because the 1st one is D, and that's going to be open as well. So then we have our A minor, we just talked about. We can just go back to E minor by just dropping this whole structure of the A minor down to here. See? Same exact thing. So that would be 1st finger, 1st fret on the G string, ring finger, 2nd fret on the D string, and then our middle finger goes directly on the 2nd fret A string. And you strum all 6 strings for the reason that your 1st note, which is low E, is an E. And that E is open as well. So now we have the power chord for E, which is open. And then you have 1st finger, 2nd fret, A string, and then just followed by your middle finger going on the 2nd fret of the D string. So you just want to strum the lower 3. make sure you're going as slow as possible. So those are the chords that we went through. We went through G, D, C, A minor, E minor, and E. So we've got all the way through those, and those are the chords. So when you're practicing them, go with this rhythm. Make sure at the beginning that you do it as slow as possible, making sure you get those nice, crisp, clear chords. And after you get used to changing all the chords comfortably, you can change it up. Maybe start with G again, and then go to A minor, and go back. Do this, G to D, and then go to E minor. Whatever you want to do, you can just play around with that, and then just practice on switching to chords. Then eventually you'll get really fast. So that is the chords.